down. But is it at the pain of people out there being employed thanks to the Fed? Next. Yes, that is the crazy world we live in. If there is pain, if people are getting laid off, if companies are not hitting their numbers, what happens? The Fed says, hey, that's all good. We'll go ahead and lower rates, or we'll keep them steady because we want to make sure that nobody's spending money. And how do you make sure they don't spend money? You unemploy them all day and you put them in depression. That's exactly the package the Fed has been, talking about now for the past 12 months. Shove them in a bad situation, make them, don't drive your cars because we don't want gasoline to go up. Oh, by the way, if you don't have any money, we're not going to spend on extravagant gifts. We're going to keep, a lot of the things around a lot longer. We're not going to be buying new computers, new laptops. We're not going to be buying new electronics. Don't buy anything. Just be poor and we'll be happy. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And unfortunately, for most, that is a reality that they're running into. This is all next on Real Estate Daily. Welcome, everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage markets, and everything that connects the dot to them. And that's what we're talking about right now, about the Fed, because the Fed really is in control of control of what's happening in our lives, even though we don't want to admit it. You got to admit it. And guess who's in control of the Fed? Yes, somewhat of the bond market, but mostly government statistics are in control. And now they're fighting each other because on one hand, we're 12 months away from the next election and we have to have everything look rosy. And the other hand, the Fed's saying, well, there's too much money being spent and we got to just crank it even tighter so we can see things break, such as the housing market, banks break. We're going to see, the commercial housing market's going to bust. It's going to fall completely apart. Anyone that needs cheap money right away, we'll see businesses fall. We're seeing them now fall, close up, for lock up for good. So let's jump into the Kobesi letter right away, guys. Again, I say it every single day, Kobesi letter is the best way to find out information. Here it is. Just in, 10-year note yield is down 50 basis points in 5 days. So this week, this marks the largest 5-day move in Treasury yield since March of 2023. After the Fed kept rates unchanged and the jobs report came in weaker than expected. Today, they came in weaker than expected. Bonds are seeing some relief. Also, U.S. Treasury announcements to borrow short-dated treasuries helped lower long-term rates. So, because not many people are buying 30-year, 20-year, 10-year bonds, what happens? Well, if no one's buying them, then it's not good. So then the Treasury, Janet Yellen goes in and goes, I got to go sell some stuff because I'm going to spend more money in the fourth quarter than I ever have in virtually any time in U.S. Treasury history. That's where we're at, guys. We are just drunk spending sailors and whatever Janet Yellen is. It's so funny how when you graduate from MIT or Harvard, you're all book smart, but you are absolutely not street smart. You have no clue how to run a business. And guess who the biggest business in the world is? You got it. U.S. government. And that's why we've been going through the pain we have, and her and current administrations made such bad decisions. The first year they were in there saying, it's transitory, inflation's transitory, but since we're wrong, we're going to punish the American people. And that's exactly what they've done, punished them, and we're going to continually see it. All right, so with that being said, where's the treasuries at? Well, we're at 5% just beginning of the week. Now we're at 4.574. This is up to the minute right here, guys. And we're seeing, and I'll go ahead and move this up a little bit, and I'll move it over. We're seeing it right there, guys. This is where it hits 5% right there along the line. And then we saw November 1st, straight down. Part of this obviously is the Fed paused. They didn't raise rates on Wednesday. But more importantly, we're seeing earnings come in on certain companies that are just atrociously bad. So just kind of an update on that. All right, let's jump into this. Oops, a little bit off right here. This is from the Orange County Register. It says Southern California homes for sale cut by half, since the beer flu, bird flu, whatever you want to call it, right? So we're seeing inventory is not there. Sales are not there. There's nothing there. The only thing propping up this market is that there's just no sale. There's no houses for sale or very little. And I mean, people are going, well, Troy, they're doing price cuts. Well, yeah, because people kept looking at the trajectory of where their values of their property was. Well, I want to be higher than the next property. I want to be better than the next property. Hey, that one that sold for 500. Well, my house is better than theirs, so we need to go 520. We need to go get it. We need to go break new ground. That's what happened. Okay, and that's what continued to happen. And when people say, oh, well, look at the housing market, man, all these houses are lowering their prices. Yeah, because they thought they were better than the highest comp. It's always that way, guys. Now, but before I jump into the next slide, do me a favor. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button. Do me a favor, and then hit that like button. If you have any comments, leave them below. You know I'm here. I'm here to answer any of your questions. Let's go on to the next slide. Whoa, let's go check with that. This is that right here. It says, home buyers find relief in home price drops. And like I said before, whatever you see at the very top of these headlines, let's go read what it says. A new analyst from Redfin has found nearly 7% of homes posted a price drop during the 4 weeks of October 29th on average, the highest portion on record. The record comes as mortgage rates hover around at elevated levels, hitting the highest level in 23 years and cutting deep into buyers' budgets. Okay, this is interesting. Again, it's that whole syndrome. I'm going to list my house. I want to hit the top. I'm better than the guy that got the last high comp. I'm better than his house. That's the mindset that sellers are at. And when they're at that mindset, they just don't understand why there isn't buyers around at 8%. Now, like I said at the very beginning, we're celebrating. Yeah, interest rates have gone down. How far have they gone down, Troy? Let's go check it out, guys. Bloodbath. Okay, here we go, guys. We went down almost 12 basis points on conforming, 7.75. I'm sure if you're out there looking around, you can get, a conventional loan between 7 and 7.5. That's about 3/4 less than you could last week. But look at more importantly, look at FHA. It's down 10 basis points, 7.29. It went down below 7.3. I'm sure that if you shop that rate, you're going to get right about 7%, a little over 7%. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm just saying shop the rate, because right now there's so much volatility in this market that from one lender to the next, one lender didn't react fast enough. So your rate is higher because they haven't been able to adjust their rates down quick enough, while another lender's like, boom, adjusted, boom, adjusted, boom, adjusted. And that's where you can take advantage of a better rate with shopping around. So, well, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. It is finally a Friday. Let's go see this. Finally a Friday. And if you're out there looking for homes, this might be the next 60 days, the best time to buy homes this year, because we're not going to see that many homes for sale, and we're probably scared off a lot of buyers because of interest rates. But I guarantee you one thing: if interest rates go below 7%, God help us, because there's no inventory on the market, and there's going to be a beep ton of buyers that come in this market, and they're going to push it up. And then again, if you're watching this and you're in Southern California, guess what, guys? We're looking at Dreamer for All program coming up. It's probably the first quarter of next year. Definitely make sure that you're with a loan officer. We can go over that next week, what the Dreamer program at the moment looks like. We know what it looked like in the past. We also have the ADU amendment coming out from the state saying, hey, you can do ADUs, additional dwelling units. That seems to be like the latest push for the state. Hey, if you can't go build new builds, well, let's go build it on your own land and throw another house out there and have the in-laws or rent it out behind you. Well, guys, again, thank you. It's finally a Friday. You guys take care, and I will see you on Monday.